I want to give you an image. Many of you have seen a mother and a child in a mall, in a grocery store, or just out somewhere. And they're interacting, and at this set time, the child is misbehaving. And the mom choosing to be stern, but also knowing that all will be well, she would turn her back and just leave. And that toddler, that child, would start to stomp and cry and scream, yet keeping his or her eyes on the mother. And as soon as they're convinced that this mom means business, that she's not gonna turn back, have you seen how quickly those little kids, they would just scramble up and start to run behind their parents or their mom, just screaming out, he's like, wait for me, or that, but they would start to run towards the mother. Well, this is the image that I want you to keep in mind. And remember that no one, nobody is coming to save you. No one is coming to save us. So now what are you going to do? Get yourself up and get going. Nobody's coming to save us. This is so important to keep in mind. And perhaps I might be stereotyping a little bit when I would stop and think of the ladies, right? Perhaps you're waiting for that forever story that's been told, where the guy would just come and swoop in and save us from our trials and tribulations or troubles. Many of us ladies, we've grown up with the fairy tale. Anita Baker's sung a beautiful song. You should look it up because I don't know it very well, but I like it. It's called Fairy Tales. And she talks about the fact that in growing up, her mom would share with us all these stories about the prince coming on the horse, the white horse. And you've heard of this, right? The white horse, and take you away, like Cinderella and all of these other stories, right? And she said in the song that as she grew up, she came to realize that there were no fairy tales. No fairy tales, yeah. No fairy tales, guys. Nobody's coming to save us on some white horse. No one is coming to save us and carry us away to this happily ever after. Now, if we're fortunate, we'll be able to meet a partner that will combine with us, will join with us, and we will be able to make a future together. And so this is the premise. Mind you, today, there's so many men who perhaps they're the ones waiting for someone to save them, right? Because in today's society, research has shown that a lot of women are actually doing better financially in their education. And so this leaves a number of men having the lower income. And so they're now seeking to find a mate that could either match them where they are or even more so. So we're all looking to be saved. But I need to ask you to please remember that if we choose to stick around and sit and wait for someone to come and save us, like the lottery, there's a high probability that you'll be waiting for quite a long time. And what happens when we wait and wait and wait? Then it's scramble time. And sometimes there's not enough time because you're scrambling. And in so doing, we might just end up taking any and everything. And this is not just for relationships, but this is for your career. Maybe there's something that you want to fulfill, a purpose that you want to fulfill for your lives. And so we need to know that yes, the man or woman, depending on your sex, they're not going to come and save you. Your employer will not come to save you, right? Where we're working, for many of us, we're not making enough income. And that being the case, sometimes we're hoping that there'll be a raise. And how crazy is it that many of us, we would stay in an environment because, yes, there's lack of security in situations. If you've got a family and there's one household income, we want to make sure that the bills will be paid. And so what do? Well, we stay and we take that 10 cents increase and that 25 cents increase and that 50 cents increase. If we're fortunate, like some of the PSWs were when they got the $3, and it stayed, y'all. The $3 stayed. And so, sometimes there are situations like that, but not quite often. Hardly. And so we have to know no one is coming to save you. Get up off your you know what and start to think, well, what do I need to do? What skills do I have? What natural gifts do I have? Who do I know and who knows me? More importantly, right? You need to be able to build relationships with individuals and, as much as possible, burn the least amount of bridges, because we never know when we will be needing someone. We never know. So try not to burn bridges and make your contacts and ask questions, because the right questions will open doors. The right questions will provide individuals with the knowledge or the foresight and the insight to say, you know what? This person is thinking. This person is a thinker. This person is going places. This person is interested. They're asking the right questions. Many of us don't ask the right questions. It is said that there is no such thing as a stupid question. But there is such a thing as a wrong question for the wrong time. And sometimes some questions are just out of this world, right? So you want to be asking the right questions. And you can only know that by knowing what it is that you have thought of, what you have planned, and you have to have a vision. If you have no idea where you're going, you can't ask for no directions because you know where you're going, right? This whole concept of knowing that no one is coming to save us puts us in the position where we not only take authority for our lives, but it also gives us an opportunity to lead our lives in such a way where opportunities are before us, because we need opportunities. And in order to have opportunities and to utilize opportunities, we have to prepare day after day after day. And as you've seen in some of my presentations to you, where I've spoken of incremental changes, incremental daily habits, moving step by step by step. Sometimes we're in a rush to see the destination. We're all guilty of that, right? You're doing different things and you're wondering, well, when is my time going to come? I've been doing, right? But each and every single day that we're moving takes us to our destination. But more than that, the journey needs to be enjoyable. The journey needs to provide you with insight into your next move, right? So we're not just swooping in and expecting. We should not be doing that. Sometimes there's some amazing opportunities that presents themselves to us. And even then, if we have no idea what our overarching goal is, we will miss those ideas. We will miss those opportunities. Why? Because oftentimes, what it is that we're looking for comes disguised like a diamond. It comes disguised So we have to know what it is that we want. We have to know that it's not going to be easy. We have to know that no one is coming to save us. It's all fairy tales. Us ladies, we've read so many fairy tales, so many harlequins. We have to be able to separate reality from all of those wonderful fairy tales out there for us. It is so important. I know I've been there, and I'm sorry if I'm bursting some bubbles, but no one is coming to save us. Even for some of you, wherein perhaps your children are now grown and they've got a life of their own, and maybe they're not so grown, and you're thinking, well, my children will be there for me. They will look after me in my old age. Some people actually bring a number of children into the world and thinking, at least I've got so many, at least one will take care of me. Again, sorry to burst your bubbles, but if you know young people today, not all, but a number of young individuals are more caught up in themselves and what they're doing. And if that is not the case, then we have to have the harsh reality that the way the world is right now, it's almost like every hands on deck. Everyone in the home, as much as possible, need to be working on something. If not bringing in an income, working towards the future to get a better income, to have a better opportunity. And so perhaps those children will not be able to be there for you as much as you were hoping. So many realities. There's no fairy tale of someone coming to save us. So we need to prepare ourselves. Know that, let's say, for example, you're in a long-term care facility, or you have to, not a facility, but rather a home. You're in a long-term care home. You cannot expect your children to be there every single day to care for you. The best parents in terms of their pre-planning, the pre-planners, they're aware of this. So please forgive your children and know that the reality is that they will be needed at work, especially if for some reason you're not able to fully pay for your care within the home. Those children perhaps will be assisting. And so, yeah, they've got to work. We better work, right? So, yes, it is not easy. This what we're having right now is a little sad for me, because I know that even though many might not want to hear it, or it might seem, I hope not, boring to some of you, it is so much reality that I'm putting towards you. So much. No one is coming to save us. No one. And just in case a rich relative, falls in our lap or something, good for you. And even then, depending on what takes place, you might not even get anything. And if you're bad with money management, it will be going in one hand and out the other, because you would have misspent the money provided to you. So learn to work for what it is that you want. Have a goal, have a vision, and don't wait for someone to come. Put in the work, little step by step. Is it a course that you want to take? Is it, an opportunity where you can utilize the YouTube? Oh, it's so full of information. Just get out there and provide yourself an opportunity to learn. Become a lifelong learner. Many individuals are unable to fully retire, and they're taking part-time work out there, casual positions, so that they can add to their retirement plan, because that's how serious it is, right? So yes, as boring as this is, no more fairy tale thinking. As long as you have breath within you, and you can move, and you can think for yourself, and you have what it takes, to plan to make a difference in the world, do something. Do something. Whatever it is that you want to do, you've been thinking about, going over and over, having all these, I want to, tomorrow I'll do it when. Start today. Stop putting it off for tomorrow. And let's get going. 2025, I've been saying 2025, let's go. We're not waiting for someone to choose us, and we're definitely not waiting for someone to come and take us anywhere for support. We're doing it for ourselves. I know many women have been doing it for themselves forever. Now the men are caught up in this fairy tale, and some are successful because if women are desperate enough, they'll take anything and anyone. But you that I'm speaking to, this is not what you want, and this is not for you. You want to leave a footprint on this world. You want to make a difference. And because of that, you're going to forge your way through, and you're going to take the road less traveled. Remember, you are worthy, you are worth it, and you have Him, God the Father. 3 in 1, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And there's nothing that you can do when you put your mind to it and you have His help. This is Aisha Motivates. My information is below. We all need someone. You need someone if you're listening all the way here. My information is below. If you're looking for someone to be a coach for you, what's a coach? Well, you've got all these thoughts and ideas. A life coach is someone who's been there and they're looking to take other people along the journey. And listen, this is the time where we need to be investing in ourselves. Many of us are not able to walk the road alone. You have something within you that can take you a distance. You just have to start. My information is below. You can also check out Young's Paper Creations. That's where you can find out more about me and what I do. Of course, if you want to journal, start to put your thoughts on paper, because not only is it a way for you to have a clearer vision of what it is that you're wanting, but it reduces stress to write your thoughts and ideas down. And so Junk Journals for You, my Etsy, Junk Journals for You. And I'm seeking support in getting more people into journaling and to finding out these unique styles of journals. They're off the cuff. They're just aesthetically pleasing. If you love paper and just seeing beautiful pages and just, I can't say more, just a lot. So if you go there, you will find out a little bit more about me. Aisha Motivates is a safe space where I am just coming to speak into you. You do not even have to sign up for coaching. This is something that's available to you if you so choose. But my information, the information that I'm sharing to you, this is all for free. This is for free. With me, one-on-one coaching will just be another step where you will have me week after week guiding you, listening to you, and seeing into what it is you're capable of. Sometimes we need someone to pull these thoughts and ideas out of us. This is where I come in. And I'm grateful and thankful for my subscribers. I can see that it's growing. How wonderful. How wonderful. Grassroots subscribership. I thank you. I don't want subscribers to just come on and just click. No. If you have a friend or a colleague, someone who you know they can do better than they're doing right now, you've listened to them. They've got thoughts and dreams and ideas, but they're putting things off, waiting for what we don't know, because life is so precious. Time is so precious. Stop putting things off. And if you see this promise in someone, it's like a house being on fire. Are you going to stand outside and look on and turn away? No, you're not. you're going to go and grab that person, right? And you definitely would want to help and save yourself. You know what's important to you. And I'm grateful that you've chosen to be a subscriber. I'm looking to hit 500. So I want to thank you right now. If you're not a subscriber as yet and you're watching this, please make sure that you click, and subscribe. Also click the like button and share with someone. Share with as many people as possible. I thank you. Again, Aisha Motivates. God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.